From the Darien High School Stadium Field on this Monday morning, an out-of-state competition for the Darien Blue Wave as they welcome in the Trojans of Garden City, New York. Hi, everybody. Joined alongside Parker Crody. I'm Braden Shank. So glad you can be with us here to start this brand new week. School break week for Darien, but Parker, they start with quite a game on their schedule, welcoming in one of Long Island's best. And the Trojans this year 3-1. What's the style of play that Garden City likes to play?
Garden City's a good team. They've always played Darien every year, minus COVID year and last year, but they're a good team, and they should be a strong component for Darien.
The 12th time that Darien and Garden City will meet. To your point, Parker, the COVID year knocked them off the schedule. Then last year, they were knocked off the schedule. So the first time since 2019 that these teams meet, and the first time that Dave Ettinger will lead the Trojans into this match, the third-year head coach for Garden City, and he's got quite the competition. Darien, the #1 team in the country, took down Summit on Saturday. Parker, what'd you see for the Blue Wave on Saturday?
On Saturday, the Blue Wave played very well. I would say that they need to come out very strong. They did very well with their ride, but their ball movement should be better than the Sacred Heart game, where they were a little nervous coming in, but hopefully they do better this one.
The Wave took down the Tigers by the final of 9-8. A big part of that Sacred Hearts goaltender, Laura O'Connor, kept the Blue Wave off the board. Today they got to go up against Neem Pfaff for Garden City, also committed to Yale, the second time that the Blue Wave will need to face a future Bulldog in net. Pfaff, just a junior, will be looking to keep the Trojans in this game. But Darien, they're going to look to get their high offensive scoring going as they scored 14 against the Summit Hilltoppers on Saturday. Beautiful day for some lacrosse. Nothing but sunny here on this Monday morning. Nice and early here at 11 a.m. But Darien is ready for this competition with Garden City. And talk about a road trip. Garden City having to wake up on a Monday morning, travel about an hour and 20 minutes or so up the coast, over the bridge, and here to Darien. So maybe some bus lag that the Trojans might be seeing, but only time will tell here as we are getting ready for this opening draw. Sadie Stafford for the Wave going up against Kendall Morris for the Garden City Trojans. And we are underway on this Monday morning. First draw control goes to the Trojans, Tori Ottamanelli. Garden City in their visiting maroon jerseys with the white numbering moving from left to right on your screen. Darien in the home whites with the blue numbering from right to left on your screen. Garden City at X with it, keeping it moving. Now to Kate Gavin, senior captain. Garden City, a team 3-1 on the season. They lost their opener to Ward Melville, the number 12 team in the country, before defeating Farmingdale, Radnor, and Long Beach in their last 3 contests. That brought them all the way back to 3-1. Kendall Morris thought about it instead of retreating out to her teammate. Give and go. Using the perimeter quite well. Garden City is a team that will really make the most of their possessions, take all the time they can.
Yeah, they're going to really want to move the ball fast, try to get their defense moving.
Flag has been pulled on it, and this will be our first free position of the ball game. Kyle Fennell, the sophomore, standout for Garden City, will take it. She scored 6 goals in the last game against Long Beach. A little early. The left-handed shot of Fennell is one of the best on Long Island. Again, just a sophomore, but one of the players for Garden City that broke out onto the scene as a freshman last year, back for her second year. The shot, stopped by Shodell. Kyle Fennell, he went with the old Charlotte North play right off the whistle, rifling it off to Hope Shodell, but Shodell makes her first stop of the ball game.
Yeah, not really a choice you see in high school games, but she definitely went for it.
Of course, the analogy I just made, the great Boston College Eagles, Charlotte North, she would always wind the stick up right on the whistle, chuck that thing as hard as she can. The Twerton winner last season for college women's lacrosse. And now Shea Dolce succeeds her at Boston College as the starting goalkeeper for the Eagles. You know, those 2 different positions. Former Darien goalkeeper, now Hope Shodell getting her time in the pipes. Blue Wave on their first offensive possession. Chloe Humphrey moving it along. Now to C.C. Chandler, the University of Richmond bound, future Spider. Colette Quinn dodging to the cage. Handing right off to Chandler. Chandler makes a move, shoots it just wide of Pfaff.
Just like last game, we saw a lot of shots over the net and to the side. We're definitely going to want to see them hit the net more.
Humphrey makes a nice move. She scores. Chloe Humphrey going top shelf and putting Darien on the board. What a shot by the Darien senior. Just finessing the Garden City defense, and it's 1-0 Wave. There's a reason she's going to North Carolina next year, and it's for that reason right there. Her ability to just fake out the defenders right there. Spins out of it, goes straight to the cage, takes the shot on Pfaff, and puts the Wave up 1-0.
Yeah, I mean, she can score from any angle of the net.
Humphrey, her 15th goal on the season, the team's leader in them. And 3 minutes in, Darien draws first blood. Stafford and Morris back to the draw circle. They're going to redraw that one. Maybe second time's a charm. Draw circle violation on Morris. Went a little too early. And now Darien will look to use the numbers. Chloe Humphrey into the attacking zone. Darien, a team that has scored 22 goals in first halves alone this year, 41 in their first 3 games. So they definitely have the high-powered offense. There's CC Chair, that's Jillian Vaught, rather, the Villanova bound. And Jillian Vaught will be awarded the free position. 1 for 3 on free positions this season. Vaught looking to capitalize. Vaught goes straight to the cage, stopped by Neem Pfaff. The Yale-bound Neem Pfaff makes her first stop of the ballgame. Just a junior, but one of Long Island's best goalkeepers.
This ride is going to be very important for Darien. Turnovers and possession is really key in this game.
Especially when you're playing a team like Garden City that can make the most of even the slightest of errors.
Yeah, and they really take their time down there, so Darien's going to want to get the ball so they can score.
There's a reason that these guys have kept on the schedule for 13 years or so, and it's because it's always a good game when it's Darien and Garden City. It's now Fennell behind the net. Fennell looks to get in front of the cage. Flag has been thrown, rifles that shots. Skipping out of play. Again, a lefty. Fennell's got quite the shots. Possession staying with the Trojans. Kendall Morris on the restart. Morris, the junior, committed to Arizona State to play lacrosse for the Sun Devils. Ottamanelli. Keeping it moving now. Flag has been pulled out on it, and this will set up a free position for Fennell. Massey moves behind. Fennell on the restart. So far, the Darien defense holding strong. Morris right back to Fennell. Fennell now met with the double team of Maggie Bellissimo. Whistle will be called. And Fennell's going to get an explanation from the referee. Ball turned over to Darien. So the violation on Fennell gives the Wave the ball right back. Darien looking to clear it. There's the speedy Kate DeMark. Across the 30 into the attacking zone. DeMark's still going. Now setting up the offense. Good clear for the Wave.
It looks like Darien's really setting it up and taking it slow. Last game, they did not do that as well in the first half.
Now Chloe Humphrey looking to command the offense. Scored the last one. Just knocked loose is the ball. And the referee right there to assess it. Chloe Humphrey now getting the free position. And she has been dangerous with them all season. A perfect 4 for 4 from the 8-meter. Humphrey. She scores. Make it 5 for 5. Chloe Humphrey has her second of the ball game, and Darien goes up 2-0. You take another look at it. Gets the whistle, goes straight to the cage, going to that top left corner of Pfaff and scoring for the goal.
Darien goal scored by number 2, Chloe Humphrey.
And you see her right there, Chloe Humphrey, the #1 player in the class of 2023, according to Inside Lacrosse. So far showing it with 2 goals to her name. And Parker, what makes Chloe's game just so electric?
I mean, her stick skills really put her above most players of the game. She knows what to do, and she knows how to get the ball in the net.
And she's now got 16 goals on the season. Looking to replicate her 74 goals from a season ago. Again, that's 74 goals in just the span of about 25 games or so. And Humphrey gets the draw control, fielding the ground ball. Thoughts? Now to Kelly Holmes. Holmes, also a junior committed to Yale. So she'll be joining Neem Pfaff for the Bulldogs. You can tell head coach Erica Branford of the Yale Bulldogs likes to recruit from this Long Island, Fairfield County area. A lot of FCAC players, New York, Long Island players going to play for the Yale Bulldogs. And they're one of the top Ivy League programs in college lacrosse. Now Morris on the far side. Pass just high past the receiver of Overbeck. Overbeck the spin move now off to the wing. Wrapping it around. Whistle called. That was Arend. Now Maureen Arend will be awarded the free position, the soon-to-be Colgate Red Raider. At the top of the arc. Arend, she scores. Maureen Arend gets the Trojans on the board. And just like that, it's now a 2-1 ball game. Shodell couldn't stop the free position attempt. And Garden City's got there first. Take another look at it. Arend going on that side. Stick side of Shodell, not able to make the save.
Garden City goal, number 10, Maureen Aaron.
And just like that, it's 2-1, the junior for Garden City. Again, the soon-to-be Colgate lacrosse player in 2 springs. And she has now had a goal in every game this season. But now it's Morris and Quinn for the draw. .16:51 to play in this opening half. And they're going to try it again. Would have been a nice move if it worked. Instead, Colette Quinn and Kendall Morris will try again in the draw circle. It's always an advantage to win the possession right off the draw. Some movement from Backer and Humphrey. And that draw won by the Trojans, so they control it. Kendall Morris the straight win. Garden City looking to get the equalizer. Cachabaudo getting the touch. The Garden City senior captain committed to Virginia Tech to play women's lacrosse for the Hokies. One of many players going to the ACC next year. Gavin. Right back to the sophomore Fennell. Fennell going to her strong hands. He's looking for the cutter. Morris now tries her luck. Tripped up, gets the shot, the pass. And that one just wide. Aaron was looking for her second. A good recovery, though, from Garden City.
Nice quick ball movement from them, too. Cuts, strong cuts.
Shot stopped by Shodell. That was Reagan Backer looking to get Garden City on the board. Just a freshman for the Trojans. And she is another young talent that Garden City's lucky to have. Fennell, nice spin move. She'll be hit and awarded the free position. Kyle Fennell from the 10-meter now retreats it back. False start, and they'll try it again. Now Garden City sets the offense up again. Grace Hopkins, the senior captain. Cachabaudo right back to Errand. Loses it. Morgan Massey fields the ground ball. And the Cornell-bound defender gets the turnover to Quinn. Pass just shoots her wide. Cachabaudo comes up on the good end of it.
Nice control from Garden City. Good to cause turnovers and get possession.
That's something for Darien you don't like to see, especially when they just get the turnover to then cause one. Fennell wrapping it around just wide.
A lot of Garden City's plays are from behind the net. Darien's going to want to put a lot of pressure behind.
Kyle Fennell has been the lead producer for this Garden City offense tonight. He's been taking a majority of their shots. Now being met with the double team. Stafford comes over and knocks her to the ground. And possession staying with the Trojans.
I believe that's going to put her at hanging hash for an 8-meter.
Clock will stop as Fennell gets up and regroups. Took a big hit right there. A young Garden City team out here today. 5 freshmen, 9 sophomores really leading the charge. Fennell back on the free position. Shodell stopped. Shodell gave up a goal on the last one. Fennell going up the lane, and she scores! Kyle Fennell falling to the ground, picks up the goal on the free position. Just a great possession from Garden City and Kyle Fennell. You take another look at it, 3 Darien defenders, and they still couldn't stop Fennell from taking the shot. 2-2 our score. Lisa Lindley will take her first time out in this contest. We're going to step aside on the DAF Media Network, and we'll be right back.
DAF Media is actively seeking financial support. Founded in 2017, DAF Media has quickly become Southwestern Connecticut's source for quality sports, arts, and community programming. If you like what you see on the DAF Media Network and want to help us continue to deliver high-quality broadcasts while teaching lifelong STEM, communication, organization, and leadership skills, please email us at sponsor@dafmedia.org. We are a registered 501c3 organization.
We welcome you back to the DHS Stadium Field. Sadie Stafford, Kendall Morris on the draw. 2-2 our ball game. And another draw control for Tori Ottamanelli and the Trojans.
Nice check by Chloe Humphrey.
Scrum for it, and the possession going to the Wave thanks to the whistle. And Parker, what do you think head coach Lisa Lindley was telling her team in that huddle?
I mean, we saw it in the Sacred Heart game. They kind of came out nervous. I'm sure she's just telling her players to be really composed and slow the ball down. No forced ball movement. I think she really wants them to just get their head in the game, and she needed time to tell them.
So Lisa Lindley took her first of 2 timeouts in this opening half. Vaught to Holmes. Referees are going to come in. Almost looked like Holmes dropped the arm and just like fully went into the defender on that, looking to draw a charge. Not sure who the refs are calling a foul on there. So this is the time in basketball you would tell the defender, set your feet, fall back, take the charge. Don't think it works like that in lacrosse, though.
Yeah, it almost looked like she jumped for the ball, so I don't know how they're going to turn it.
Free position awarded to Kelly Holmes and the Wave. Now Holmes will get the opportunity. 2 for 5 so far this season from free positions. And she picks one up right there. The bouncer is good. And Kelly Holmes gives Darien the lead right back. The junior committed to Yale gives the Wave the lead right back. Picking
right
up
to her future teammate.
Exactly. Neem Pfaff just not able to make that save.
Darien goal scored
And you
by
see it right
number
there.
4,
Kelly Holmes with the goal, her 5th on the season. And just like that, Darien's got the lead right back. Again, 2 of many players heading to the Ivy Leagues next year and the year after that. You look at some of the colleges, Cornell, Princeton, Yale, Dartmouth, probably missing another one. But a lot of good talent out here playing from these 2 sides.
Going to call off another draw control.
So DeMarc and Morris try it again. 12:15 left to play in this opening half. And DeMarc, she can't come away with it. Morris fights through the push, keeps the possession with Garden City. A little bit too quick for the refs' likings, so Cacciabaudo stays with it. Restart for the Trojans. Mabel Overbeck, junior defender, looking to get it into the attacking zone. Good clear. Nice ride as well. Gavin. Now to Fennell.
Looks like Darien changed to a backer defense. They were on man, but now they have Morgan Massey on backer.
Trojans are along the perimeter. Finds a good cut, and a goal! Kate Gavin finishes for the Trojans. A masterpiece, and Garden City gets their 3rd on the ball game.
Great ball movement from Red there, or Maroon.
Garden City, great pass down low. Gavin catches it on the release, takes the shot, fools Shodell. And that's how Garden City gets their 3rd.
It's always good to get the goalie moving. They really got Hope on her toes.
Evenly matched ball game, and Gavin gets the equalizer at
Garden
3
City
apiece.
goal scored by number 19, Kate Gavin.
One of 4 senior captains. Whistle, and we'll try it again. Morris and Humphrey inside the draw circle. Violation, false start, and they'll redraw.
Now this draw control is really changing this game. Whoever wins it really brings it to their side and has more of a likely chance to score. So Darien's going to want to win these if they want to.
Just past the stick of Humphrey. Ball picked up by Garden City's Manelli. Possession going to the Trojans on the restart. Manelli to Aaron. At X, Fennell. Now to Gavin. Slowing it down is Maureen Arendt. Kendall Morris thought about it. Will try to go to her offhand. Spins right back up the lane. Good defense being played by Sadie Stafford. Fennell wrapping it around. Dumping it off into no man's land. Turned over for the Wave. Morris was trying to force the pass on it. Instead, the Wave gets the good end of it. Looking to set their offense now up. Colette Quinn in the midfield. She's got to watch behind her. Kate Gavin's coming out of nowhere. Fights off the hit, and Colette Quinn gets it into the attacking zone. And Parker, what's one thing that Darien needs to do here in this final 10 minutes of this opening half?
I mean, really controlling the ball and getting shots on net. We've seen them shoot and score, and they haven't really missed the net as long as they score, or shoot. But we're going to want to see them take it to net and really try for a goal.
Chloe Humphrey, she's got 2 in this contest. Stripped of the ball, and she'll be awarded the free position. Again, Chloe Humphrey going back to the 8-meter. Looking for her hat trick. Whistle blows it in. Humphrey, she scores! Throw the hats off, a hat trick for Chloe Humphrey. And Darien's got the lead right back. A perfect 6 for 6 from the free position at the 8-meter this season. And Parker, is there any way that a goalie can stop that shot right there?
I mean, so far, the looks of it, no. Chloe Humphrey knows how to get it in, and that's why she's #1 in the nation.
The senior committed to North Carolina to play lacrosse for the defending champion, the Tar Heels. And she's got her 3rd against the Trojans. Again, at 74 goals last season as a junior, which is remarkable. She's up to 17 in just the first 4 games alone for Darien. And she wins the draw control. Humphrey wants some more. To Stafford, the quick offense, off the draw control, shot, stopped by Fife. Someone's looking to fire up, pushing going on, and possession stays with the Wave. Neem Pfaff makes the big stop. Now with under 10 minutes left in this opening half, Darien will keep on the offense. Kelly Holmes moving along now. Colette Quinn. To Ryan Hapgood. Hapgood returning from an ankle injury, her 2nd game back this season for Darien. Scored 2 nice goals in the win against Summit. And Ryan Hapgood takes the shot, stopped by Fife. But the referee will assess a yellow card on number 23, Emily Romeo. Actually, Romeo, my apologies. So Emily Romeo will go to the box. The junior committed to Binghamton to play lacrosse for the Bearcats. And now a free position for Hapgood in the Wave. Player up.
The key for this man up is they're just going to want to move the ball fast, try to get around the short number of defense.
So Darien, player up smartly, will retreat it out, set up the offense. Might as well utilize the extra player, get a better shot than force something. Kelly Holmes to the open Vought. Now to Chloe Humphrey. She takes the shot just wide. Lisa Lindley getting her team going. 8 minutes left in this opening half. Darien controlling a 1-goal lead. Shot, and it goes in. Right through the stick of Fife, and Darien's got another. Neem Pfaff put the stick up, thought she had it, but watched as the ball trickled behind her for the Blue Wave goal.
Yeah, nice feed from behind the net. Sadie Stafford finishes.
Stafford with the goal, her first in the ball game, and her 7th on the season.
Sadie Stafford.
The junior committed to Duke has Darien's 5th goal in the ball game, and the Blue Wave will stay at player up, a non-releasable penalty for Romeo and the Trojans. Darien's 4th player up goal this season. That's a place they've really utilized this year. Morris and Humphrey into the open space. Straining line gets ready. Reaching over is Monaco. Violation. Ball goes to the Wave. Dishing it off. Stafford thought about it. And that's a goal. Great ball movement, finishing it for Darien. They've got another to their name, and this Wave offense is rolling.
Yeah, nice cut from Kelly Holmes. Really seeing the open lane.
2 player-up goals for Darien in the span of this last minute. And a big goal from Holmes.
Goal scored by number 4, Kelly Holmes.
Holmes, 6 goals on the season, her second this afternoon. And the Darien junior keeps the offensive momentum with the Wave. Romeo still in the box, so Garden City player down still. And that just has not stopped Darien from going on this offense. 2 unanswered goals in the last minute. Humphrey and Morris draw control, both missing on it. Ground ball will be fielded by Sadie Stafford in the Wave. Jillian Votz. Darien checking in the freshman standout, Anna Von Kennel now, the sole freshman on this Darien team. But head coach Lisa Lindley saw something in Anna and wants her on this varsity team for the next 4 years.
Yeah, it's always hard to go up to a high school playing level, but it looks like she's done very good so far.
That's something with both of these teams. They utilize the underclassmen very well. Kyle Fennell, a sophomore for Garden City. Reagan Becker, a freshman, 2 of their leading offensive producers. Von Kettle now in the game as Kelly Holmes sees the free position. Retreats it back out. Darien getting ready to go back to even strength here. Romeo, great cut from Stafford just over the crossbar. Romeo enters back in play, so the Garden City penalty is killed off. Both teams back to even strength now. And that's a penalty that Garden City is not happy with after they give up 2 player down goals.
Yeah, I believe that was shooting space. They're going to put Sadie on the free position now.
From the 8-meter, Sadie Stafford. Gets the whistle, and she scores. Sadie Stafford, the free position goal for the Wave. Make it 4 unanswered. And so far, Neem Pfaff has just been peppered on those shots as Stafford converts on another to give Darien their 7th goal of the ball game. 6:02 left to play in this opening half. And head coach Dave Ettinger will take his first time out. A game that was 3-3 saw the Wave start rolling away with this one. 4 unanswered goals for Darien. They lead 7-3 with 6:02 left in this opening half. We're going to step aside on the DAF Media Network, and we'll be right back. Welcome back to the Darien High School Stadium Field out of the Garden City timeout. 7-3, Darien leads Garden City. Braden Schenk, Parker Crody with you. So glad you can be with us on the DAF Media Network on this Monday morning. Parker, what has Garden City changed or done differently in the last 10 minutes or so?
I mean, they started to not win the draw controls. I mean, this possession, once they get possession down in the offensive zone, they do very well. They have strong ball movement, and they can really get around the Darien defense. They're going to have to start getting possession down low.
Again, a game that was 3-3 about 10 minutes ago saw Darien score the last 4 unanswered. It started with a penalty on Romeo and Garden City, to which they really propelled that for Darien, scored 3 man-up goals, or player-up goals, my apologies, and that put them up 7-3. Vaught off to Holmes. This is the Darien offense that got him the #1 rank in the country right here, being able to move the ball so well. Although it's going to be interesting, 5 days from now, Darien will take the trip to Sparks, Maryland to take on the St. Paul's School for Girls. The #2 team in the country, but Kelly Holmes scores for the #1 in the country. And the 8th goal for Darien, Kelly Holmes keeps with the shot and the goal. See it right there, the defense being played by Monaco just couldn't quite stay with Holmes. And Kelly Holmes has her 3rd of the contest.
Scored by #4, Kelly Holmes.
The 3rd-year varsity player on this Darien team gives Darien the 5-goal lead. And it's been all Blue Wave in the last 10 minutes.
Yeah, really showing how Lisa Lindley can spark her players to really work.
There's a reason that she's one of the most storied girls lacrosse coaches in the country. She's been doing it for 28 years, and it's for that reason right there, being able to get the troops going at any moment and really propel a scoring run like this. This is game 2 of a 4-game home stretch for the Wave. They took down Summit on Saturday. They're playing Garden City right now. They'll host Fairfield Ludlow tomorrow before they host Staples on Thursday. And then again, that game against St. Paul's on Saturday down in Sparks, Maryland at the USA Lacrosse headquarters. I believe DAF Media will be traveling for that game, so get the popcorn ready and be ready to see us head down to Maryland to broadcast that game for the viewers on the DAF Media Network. 1 p.m. game. One of the many nationally ranked teams on this Darien opponent. And Parker, I assume it helps when Darien plays these other nationally ranked opponents and even teams like Garden City. Really just a gauntlet of an out-of-conference schedule.
Yeah, it's always good to play teams that are highly ranked and close to your playing level. Darien, their stick work puts them above most teams in the country, and it's good to find a match that challenge them just as much as they challenge each other in practice.
A Wave team that went flawless in the regular season a year ago, 15-0. They fell to New Canaan in the FCIAC and state championship a year ago. They'll get their chance against Kristen Woods' Rams on the 26th of April at Dunning Fields. So a big rivalry game there, and a contest that Darien would like to win and get some revenge on the Rams. But it's really going to come down to the FCIAC and state playoffs, in which Darien has not won an FCIAC or state crown since 2019 and 2021, respectively. As for Garden City, a team that is very coveted, as we mentioned, on Long Island, the defending New York, Nassau County Class B champions the last 2 years in a row. Won the section 10 times, won the state a couple times. And in New York, that is quite the accomplishment to take home a state title.
Yeah, New York, great lacrosse.
Especially out on Long Island, you got teams like St. Anthony's, Ward Melville, Manhasset, Long Beach, a lot of others I'm missing, Massapequa, who Darien will play. It's really a hotbed of lacrosse out there. You see a lot of Division I talent coming out of Long Island, Fairfield County, and it's great to see these interstate contests. There's Gavin thinking about it, instead gets it out to her teammate Backer. Backer will draw the whistle on the check. And talk about a story, Reagan Backer, a freshman on this Garden City team, but has 3 years of varsity experience. I'll let you do the math on that. She started playing on this Garden City team as a 7th grader, which is crazy to think. And now as a freshman, she is a veteran player for this Garden City team. Backer being pushed off the crossbar. Flag will be called holding on Darien, and Backer will get a second try on it. Backer will try again. Backer, the shot, and she scores. Going low on Shodell, and Reagan Backer picks up the goal for the Trojans, the freshman, ending the Darien scoring run. You take another look at it. A great shot going to that corner. Shodell thought she had it, instead just skips past her for the goal. And as we mentioned, a freshman, but he's been playing on this Garden City team as a 7th grader. Which, Park, I don't know about you, but when I was in 7th grade, I didn't even think about playing varsity athletics against some girls that are committed to the Ivy Leagues, the ACC. It just goes to show you how good of a player Backer is.
Yeah, definitely puts her above the rest. That much playing time with varsity team and at such a young age really can develop her to play amazing.
So the freshman for Garden City makes it 8-4. And now on the draw circle, Darien wins it. Chloe Humphrey on the draw control. Great pass to Stafford down low. She scores! The one-timer to Sadie Stafford for the goal. And you can't draw it up any better than that right there, folks. A textbook pass from Humphrey finding Stafford for the finish. And the Wave got their 9th in this first half.
I mean, we saw in last game, when they get this rush, then they're down, and it's really hard to stop them.
Sadie Stafford.
A good assist to Humphrey for Stafford, finishing for her 3rd goal of the contest. The All-FCAC first teamer a season ago. And now Garden City will bring Backer on to take the draw, looking to find an answer to Sadie Stafford and the Wave. A minute 47 left before halftime. Darien's offense was slow to get going, but really has exploded in the last 10 minutes of this opening half. 6 goals compared to the 1 for Garden City in the final 10 minutes. And it all starts with this draw control, which you've been mentioning all afternoon, Parker.
Yeah, great check by Chloe Humphrey there.
Good transition. Humphrey's got some space. Nice spin move. Humphrey. Trying to go through the double team, draws the whistle. Truly a range of motions that Chloe Humphrey just showed off. And now she is given a free position at the top of the 8-meter. Humphrey. It's a goal.
I mean, when she's given that free position opportunity, she does not miss.
The 4th goal for Chloe Humphrey, and she is now 8 for 8 on the season from the free position. Nobody has had an answer from Chloe, or an answer to Chloe from that 8-meter. It's one of the hardest shots already for a goalkeeper to stop, but when you have Chloe Humphrey at the 8-meter, it's even tougher. 10-4, the Wave leads it. Chloe Humphrey picking up goal number 4 in the ball game. And again, it all starts with that draw control. Humphrey wins it, spins out of it, draws the whistle, gets the free position, and then converts on it. And Garden City just needs to start there if they want anything. Again, the first time since 2019, Darien and Garden City meet in a regular season contest. COVID canceled the 2020 meeting. Didn't play in 2021 because there was no out-of-state competition allowed, and then last season canceled due to some scheduling conflicts. But they finally get each other back on the schedule for one of the most storied rivalries for the Battle of Long Island and Connecticut. Vaught now to Holmes. Under a minute left. Darien hungry for another. Jillian Vaught. Right back to Stafford, 38 to work. That ball's knocked loose. Clock keeps on ticking. Eventually stopped, and a free position awarded to Sadie Stafford. Morris will move behind. Stafford on the restart. Darien holding for that final shot. Freshman Von Kennel. Humphrey. She scores! Chloe Humphrey dropping the stick, rifling the shot for the goal. And she's got 5 now. That's just a professional top-tier goal from Chloe Humphrey right there.
Yeah, showing her stick work just puts her above other players. She can really get a shot off no matter what.
11-4. Darien leads. And with 20 seconds left, theoretically a draw control win. Darien could get some quick offense going. And
yeah, Darien's going to want to win this draw, and so will Garden City, because this next goal could be important.
Stafford and Overbeck for the draw. Garden City, you just want to force the scrum on it, burn some time, regroup at halftime. Because Darien has just been rolling as of late. They have outscored Garden City 8-1 in the final 10 minutes of this opening half. And a draw control for the Trojans. Backer looking to use the speed. She's got DeMarc right behind her. They're watching the clock. Fennell, 5 seconds. Can she find a receiver? Kyle Fennell. They got to get the shot off the down low pass. Shodell knocks it away, and that will take us to the end of the first half. Darien leading Garden City 11-4. There's still 25 minutes left to play, but Garden City's got a lot to change here at halftime, Parker.
Yeah, I mean, Darien's going to want to come back with strong offense and strong defense, because I'm sure Garden City has something for them in the second half.
It was a 3-3 game for most of that first half. Then with 10 minutes left, Darien hit that point of acceleration, scored, I think, 4 goals unanswered. Garden City got 1, but 8-1. The Wave outscored the Trojans in that final 10 minutes, and that's something Garden City will look to erase heading into the second half. But 11-4 your score. We're going to step aside on the DAF Media Network, and we'll be right back.
This broadcast is produced by DAF Media, a joint venture between the Darien Foundation and the Darien Athletic Foundation. The production is staffed by student and adult volunteers from the town of Darien and southwestern Connecticut.
The Darien Foundation was founded in 1998 by Richard and Maureen Chilton, and the thesis behind that founding was to bring technology to the Darien public school systems. And that launched us, and that got us going, and through technology and capital project initiatives, we've now funded over $5.5 million over the last 24 years to build a better Darien.
Our board really likes to get involved and assist the partners that we collaborate with, whether it's a grant for a youth project or a grant from a community service, schools, the police. Often they come to us with ideas that we help them bring to fruition.
The Darien Foundation recently awarded the Darien Police Department 2 grants. One was for laser shot and the other for Faro technology. Laser shot technology is based on decision making. It may come down to using their firearm, but in reality, we would like them to talk the situation down where you use less lethal force, and this program allows us to do that.
Police, drop the gun!
Faro technology gives us a 360-degree view, catching all the points we need to catch in our accident scene. It also takes a lot less time. This allows us to open up roads, get traffic flowing a lot quicker than we ever used to be able to. We can also map the inside of buildings. We can use it at outdoor crime scenes, indoor crime scenes. It's really used for a plethora of investigations. It's a tool that most other departments may not have their hands on just yet, and thanks to the Darien Foundation, we have that technology.
At Home in Darien is a nonprofit organization that helps senior citizens to remain living independently in their home and in the community. We provide important services to help them do so, such as transportation. Thanks to the Darien Foundation, we have this amazing new van, and we are so excited about it and what it'll do for the community.
From all standpoints, this is going to be a real improvement in the services we provide, both in terms of safety and comfort. The Darien Foundation is important to the community in the scope that they reach out to answer needs.
Post 53 is the town's ambulance service. We respond to over 1,600 emergency calls a year. We're a vital service that has been here for 51 years. The technology upgrades provided by the Darien Foundation has been a game changer for us. It's allowed us to improve our training. It has helped us hone our skills. You don't know how important an ambulance is until you actually need it. Thanks to our partnership with the Darien Foundation, who's provided all this technology and several grants throughout the years, we're able to continue to be prepared, to be well-trained and well-staffed, to respond 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, whenever you need it.
The Darien Foundation is really excited to be able to launch a new program for the Darien schools, which will benefit students K through 12 in all 7 schools. This is the new robotics program, which will be an extracurricular opportunity for students to build robots, compete against other leagues, and collaborate together.
Our robotics program is going to benefit students in so many ways. In regular classes, students are always looking for the right answer, that there's only one way to answer something. Robotics is completely different. In robotics, you learn that there are multiple solutions to every problem. You learn that you have these obstacles that you have to overcome. You have to really be a creative problem solver. And most importantly, you need to persevere.
Early on in the process, the Darien Foundation reached out to administration and the offer to provide funding for a project, and it just dovetailed beautifully to the goals of the strategic plan. I look forward to continue to work closely with the Darien Foundation, both on this project and other projects down the line.
We welcome ideas for possible grants. We'd like to do grants that promote and strengthen our community. Sometimes it's from an organization, sometimes it's from our emergency service partners, or it's from the Darien Public Schools. One of our most popular grants, which was the Playground by the Sound, came to us from 4 Darien moms who said, let's get together and figure out how to build this.
Thanks to the generosity of our board members and officers, every dollar you give to the Darien Foundation goes directly to the grants that we're supporting. I invite all of you to help us move our community further and support the Darien Foundation.
Celebrating and supporting Darien athletes. That is a simple mission of the Darien Athletic Foundation. Broadcasting live from the field, DAF Media covers 125 games a year. All Darien teams, our youth, in our town, on our fields. Fields like the center oval and upper oval turfs, the JV softball field, and Stadium East, the longest turf in New England, all made possible by the Darien Athletic Foundation and its generous founders and donors. The Darien Athletic Foundation is not just committed to building our town's athletic infrastructure, it's improving the civic infrastructure for everyone to enjoy. The multimedia scoreboard, the snack bar pavilion, and the stadium lights, a $750,000 investment that makes Darien High School just the second school in Connecticut with LED lights. The Darien Athletic Foundation board is made up of local parents who know just how quickly it goes by. Its archives of more than 60,000 photos capture those precious moments of our young athletes as they strive to be their very best. The Darien Athletic Foundation has raised almost $9.5 million for our town and its kids, and it's not stopping there, as it continues to build a legacy for our youth as bright as their future, both on and off the field.
DAF Media is actively seeking financial support. Founded in 2017, DAF Media has quickly become Southwestern Connecticut's source for quality sports, arts, and community programming. If you like what you see on the DAF Media Network and want to help us continue to deliver high-quality broadcasts while teaching lifelong STEM, communication, organization, and leadership skills, please email us at sponsor@dafmedia.org. We are a registered 501c3 organization.
We're back on the DAF Media Network, 25 minutes up on the scoreboard, ready to start the second half between Garden City and Darien on this Monday morning here from beautiful Darien High School. Braden Shank, Parker Crody with you. So glad you can be with us on the DAF Media Network. A game that Darien leads 11-4 out of halftime. It was 3-3 for a while, then Darien took off, scored 8 goals compared to Garden City's 1 in the final 10 minutes of that opening half, and a big part of that thanks to Chloe Humphrey having 5 in the contest. She wins the draw control right there. Looking to get another for the Wave. DAF, a joint venture of the Darien Athletic Foundation and the Darien Foundation, bringing you live coverage of this varsity girls lacrosse match between Darien and Garden City. This production is done 100% by Darien High School student volunteers. Our production crew this afternoon: Thomas Aponte, Leon Chen, Whitney Scallon, Alexandra Viro, Dalton Moss, and our DAF media advisor, Damian Andrew, overseeing this entire operation. Fife got her head in the game and quite literally used the head to make the stop. I'm not sure if she saw that ball.
I mean, yeah. Chloe Humphrey sent it right into her cage.
I mean, you could see it just rifled off of Humphrey's stick and went pretty high off the ricochet in the air. Now Von Kennel. Darien was looking for the shooting space violation, didn't get it. Now they'll regroup. Stafford to Holmes. Kelly Holmes up the lane, bouncing in, and she scores. The bounce shot works to perfection, and Kelly Holmes adds another to her name. The scoring field day continues for Darien.
It looks like Kelly Holmes has found a goalie's weakness and really is shooting low, getting it in.
Darien goal.
Just low on Neem Pfaff for the goal. And Kelly Holmes has, I believe, 4 on the contest. Could be wrong on that. Cachabaudo trots off, substitution for the Trojans. And in the draw circle, Mabel Overbeck and Sadie Stafford, 2 juniors, both committed to Duke to play lacrosse for the Blue Devils, so soon to be teammates in a couple of years, down for one of the ACC's premier programs. I know we talked about the Ivy Leagues, but the ACC, another conference, getting a lot of girls out here. You look up and down the list: North Carolina, Duke, Virginia Tech, Virginia, a couple others. And Syracuse, Casey Benoit hit enough to the Orange to play for Kayla Trainer's Orange. They're currently the #1 team in the country. Whistle blown, free position awarded to the Wave.
Strong pump fake from Garden City. Great way to get shooting space and a free position shot.
A shot and a goal. The bouncer for Tori Ottamanelli. And Garden City converts on the free position. Tori Ottamanelli, her first goal. And Garden City's finally able to overcome the hump, putting up a goal.
Garden City goal scored by number 5, Victoria Ottamanelli.
And Ottamanelli on the goal, the sophomore Trojan. Cutting it down to 12-5, still in favor of the Wave. Humphrey jumps up for it, can't quite come away with it. Ground ball fielded by number 13, Overbeck and the Trojans.
Now, we've seen in the past 2 games, Darien's a very strong second-half team. It'll be interesting to see how they come out after the first half, leading 11-5, 4.
Wind starting to pick up. Now Garden City looking to move the ball around. Thought about the cutter was Fennell. She'll now try her own luck. Pass into no man's lands. DeMarc tries to track it down. Instead, it will be Backer, thanks to the whistle, keeping it with the Trojans. Again, Garden City, a team that dropped their opening contest to the Ward Melville Patriots by the final of 8-7, then went on to take down Farmingdale, Radnor, Pennsylvania, and Long Beach to get in with a 3-1 record they are right now. They've got a couple other New York Section 8 matchups left on the season. Massapequa, Wantagh, Syosset, Cold Spring Harbor, Manhasset, of course. And they also got their own trip to Maryland on Friday. They'll take on the Garrison Forest School. And again, Darien, their trip to Maryland against the St. Paul's School for Girls, the number 2 team in the country. That's going to be quite the contest, a battle of 2 powerhouses. St. Paul's have won the last 3 Maryland state championships. Whistle is called. That's going to be a yellow card on Morgan Massey.
Morgan Massey, great hockey player, known for being very aggressive on the ice, so looks like she takes it out onto the lacrosse field too.
3-sport athlete for Darien, field hockey, ice hockey, and lacrosse. The Cornell-bound Morgan Massey, a state champion in the other 2 sports this year. I believe, if I have my numbers correct, she's only lost 1 contest this season in those 3 sports combined.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see if she wins lacrosse, making it all the way for every sport.
I mean, talk about that 1 contest she lost. What a game that was. Darien Avon Co-op, girls ice hockey this winter. The Darien field hockey team went perfect, won an FCIAC and state championship. Darien girls ice hockey winning an FCIAC and state championship. And now so far, Darien girls lacrosse 3-0 on the season. Talk about a way to end out high school, her the senior year. I mean, you're looking at, what, 60 wins potentially at the end with only 1 or 2 losses. Bellissimo on the whistle will force Fennell back. Von Kennel checks into the game. Garden City putting a double team on. Bellissimo the restart to Shodell.
Now Garden City does have a good ride. Defense are going to want to be strong on their sticks for their clear.
Shodell the bullet pass. Coming out of nowhere was Ottamanelli looking to intercept it. Instead, Morris fields the ground ball. The Arizona State commit. Ottamanelli. Pass to Cachabaudo. Whistle called. Free position coming for Kate Gavin and the Trojans. Pass down low, and it's a goal. Regan Backer, her second of the contest. A beautiful free position play for Garden City, and they got themselves their 6th goal. They take another look at it, using the left-handed stick of Gavin, passing it to Backer, who finishes on the cuts. And Regan Backer has her 2nd of the contest, the freshman standout.
Scored by number
4
3,
goals on the season.
Regan Backer.
12-6 our score. Again, a player-up goal for Garden City. Massey still in the box for a couple more minutes, or really only a minute. We saw Darien convert on the player up, and now Garden City gets one right back, looking at another, but it starts inside the draw circle. That's what Overbeck looks to do. It's out to her teammate, Ottamanelli. Tori Ottamanelli wins it. Marie Cachabato. Out of Fennell. Fennell at X. Out in front, Gavin. Massey Freed.
It's going to be shooting space. Putting her at third hash.
So free position coming for Cachabaudo and the Trojans. Cachabaudo going to the cage. Shooting it, stopped by Shodell. Hope Shodell making the stop on the free position. Read that one from the whistle. Keeps the score to 12-6. Again, it's the toughest shot for a goalkeeper to save when you've got a surging player coming at you at full speed. Now Shodell, the line drive pass to her receiver Humphrey, tripped up on it, stays with it.
Across the body check. Gonna be white ball.
Bellissimo. Using the speed past Fennell. Bellissimo still got it. Now off to the far side, Kelly Holmes. Holmes dodges one. Effort right there, brings it into the attacking zone, settles it down. Anna Von Kemmel, the freshman, getting the touch. Intercepted. High just of Cachabaudo. Good interception from Kendall Morris. And now Bellissimo grabs it right. That's going to be a yellow card. Stick to the head. Marie Cachabaudo going to take a seat. Yellow card on the Trojans. Player up for the Wave. And the soon-to-be Virginia Tech Hokie, Maria Cachabaudo, will take a knee in the box. Darien player up. They scored 2 goals on their last player up opportunity. Ryan Hapgood now at X to Votts. Good cut to Holmes. Fife, her head on a swivel. Gonna look at Humphrey, who gets the ball right there.
Darien definitely strong on the man-up opportunity.
Would have been a goal. Refs call it off. Whistle on it, and Darien will try their luck on a free position now to get it right back. So Sadie Stafford looking to regain it. You see it right there, the whistle. Stafford now on the far side of the 8-meter. Gets the whistle, and she scores. Sadie Stafford with the goal. And a good free position look for the Wave. There really is no stopping this team right now. 13-6, Darien leads. Sadie Stafford on the goal.
By number 10, Sadie Stafford.
Darien getting ready to make some subs here. But Sadie Stafford adds another to her name. This is a game to remember for Sadie. She had 6 goals entering play, the second most on the team behind Chloe Humphrey, and she might have doubled that today. We'll just have to wait and see once the stat sheet is published. Unless Quinn and Overbeck, a clean draw control for Colette Quinn. Great pass down low, Hapgood. Now behind the net to Votts. 2 senior leaders on this team. Holmes dodging all the way to the cage. She falls pretty hard to the turf. Hope she's okay. She gets up. 16:07 left to play in this second half. Clock keeps on ticking. 13-6. Darien leads Garden City. And it's a goal. Kelly Holmes converting on the free position, adding another to her name, and the soon-to-be Yale Bulldog gets Darien their 14th goal.
fifth goal of the game. Kelly Holmes is really on fire.
This is a Darien team that has now scored 11 goals compared to Garden City's last 3. An 11-3 run for Darien in the last 25 minutes, and truly a remarkable run for this Darien team, as now Von Kennel, Stafford, and Quinn will come out in their places. Kate Min, Quinn Kennedy, and CC Chandler checking back in. So Darien making some substitutes, digging into their depth. But one change they did not make was Chloe Humphrey staying inside the draw circle. So far been very effective at winning the draws for Darien. Kendall Morris for the Trojans. And that's going to be a false start on the Garden City Trojans. So Darien gets the ball right back by violation. Silly error, and Darien gets the good end of it. Humphrey down low, and it's a goal. Ryan Hapgood, the one-on-one beats Pfaff, and Humphrey to Hapgood is the 15th goal for Darien. You take another look at it, makes a nice move, fakes once, then takes the shot on Pfaff for the goal.
A nice control from Ryan Hapgood, really holding the ball for an extra second to make sure she has that right shot.
Only her second game back from an ankle injury. Ryan Hapgood has her 3rd goal on the season. The Dartmouth commits.
Number 17.
Hapgood had 2 against Summit on Saturday, scores another here in this game. And it's now a 9-goal lead in favor of the Wave. They're only 1 away from the running clock. Would be only the 2nd time this year Darien puts an opponent in that situation. Morris will look to win the draw control and move away from that. Colette Quinn, who's been rolling so far on the draws, the Princeton Tiger, soon to be Princeton Tiger. Kate DeMarc comes away with it. Whistle on it. Clock keeps ticking. DeMarc now retreating it back to her goalkeeper, Shodell. 15-6. Darien leads Garden City. Hail Mary out to Stafford. Loses it, but grabs it right back. Wind's starting to pick up a bit. Doesn't seem to get to the players. They keep moving on. Vott. Now to Hapgood. Darien playing with the stack now. Kennel breaks. Stafford. That one shot just stopped by Pfaff. Hapgood applies the pressure, but Neem Pfaff makes a stop. Pass out to Morris at the Darien D. Couldn't quite grab it, and that time it's Autumnelli. Using the left hand of Autumnelli. She now takes it inside the arc. Garden City going to look for some offense. A game that they've been pretty much shut out in this second half. Only 2 goals. Still a lot of time left. 13 minutes left to be played. Garden City trailing by 9. First, they got to get some goals, though, on Shodell, who's been pretty solid in nets. For all you Blue Wave Athletics watchers out there, a doubleheader for DAF Media today. We'll be streaming boys volleyball tonight as the Darien Blue Wave take on the Cheshire Rams at 5:30 inside the main gym. So perfect time to get some chores down and then turn the DAF Media Network back on later tonight for some high school boys volleyball. Shot stopped by Shodell. A good shot from Aarons, and the second try goes. Garden City keeps applying the pressure. At first you don't succeed, try again is the mentality for Garden City, and the second time they get it to go. You take another look at it. Aaron took the first shot. The rebound finds Fennell in front of the cage. And the Trojans convert on it. Garden City's got their 7th. The Trojans will make a goaltending change. They will bring Cecilia Van Blennis into the net. So Neem Pfaff's, her day is done after the goal from Garden City's Kyle Fennell, her 3rd goal of the afternoon. She has seen points in every game for Garden City, and again at 6 against Long Beach in the most recent contest for the Trojans.
Yeah, Garden City's really going to want to win these draw controls so they can start picking up their scores.
So Van Blennis checks in for Garden City. Pfaff, her day is done. Van Blennis, the senior, committed to Mary Washington University to play lacrosse for the Eagles. Whistle blown, ball going to the Trojans.
Darien doing a really good job to control the ball and really take their time in the second half.
So far, it's been working for the Wave. They now have an 8-goal lead. But again, for Darien, 8 goals is comfortable right now. Pass into some traffic up high, and Van Blennis grabs it. Van Blennis made 3 saves in the win against Farmingdale. Last time she made a save. But really 2 players that have been splitting time for this Garden City team. Throughout the entire Long Island Winter League, it was Pfaff and Van Blennis seeing pretty much equal time. Pfaff has been seeing a little bit more time once the regular season hit. But it's still good to get your other goalkeepers in these games, especially like a top-tier opponent like Darien. Fennell, the leader on this Garden City offense. Nice spin move, and she scores! Spinning around, hopping up, and Fennell puts one in. Goal number 4 on the season, and Lisa Lindley will take her first time out. The team's leader in points this season to go 37 goals, and she's got her 4th against Darien. And what a goal that was, a highlight reel tape, or highlight reel goal for Fennell. Lisa Lindley will take her first time out. We're going to step aside on the DAF Media Network, and we'll be back with more action between the Blue Wave and the Trojans. Back on DAF Media Network, 15-8, Darien leads Garden City. Chloe Humphrey on the draw control. If you're just joining us, Braden Shank and Parker Crody with you. So glad you can be with us on this Monday morning. School break week for Darien. They've got quite the schedule this week. Fairfield Ludlow, Staples, St. Paul's on Saturday. A couple morning games for Lisa Lindley's Wave. As for Garden City, they took the nearly hour and 10-minute trip from Long Island across the bridge up to Darien, Connecticut, roughly about 48 miles. Wave leading this one 15-8. Stafford. Whistle on it, 10:30 left to play. Stafford on the restart, now off to Colette Quinn.
We're going to want to see Darien keep possession and take their time for goals, because you never know what's going to happen if Garden City gets the ball and gets some goals, because still got 10 minutes left in the game.
Humphrey's tripped up. Overbeck will head off to the box. So Mabel Overbeck will trot off and serve the penalty. Free position coming to Chloe Humphrey. She's so far flawless from the free position. They give and go to Humphrey off the crossbar. Referees let him play on. Thought that one might have bounced down off the goal line. Instead, Darien keeps with the possession.
Another stack play for Darien.
Colette Quinn loses it. Humphrey on the regain. And that's a goal, another for Darien. Their 16th of the contest. And this Wave team is rolling still. Take another look at it. Chloe Humphrey going top shelf on Van Blennis.
Nice feed from down low, and Chloe saw her lane and took it.
Goal number 6 for the senior, soon-to-be Tar Heel. And she has got 20 on the young season. And to save you the trip to the calculator, that is 5 goals a game she is averaging in the early goings. That is remarkable for Chloe Humphrey.
Darien goals scored by number 2, Chloe Humphrey.
So far, nobody's had an answer to Humphrey. That's going to be interesting until what game into the season somebody can defend Chloe and really neutralize her skills, and if that day will ever come. 20 goals. And Safford, she can't come away with it, but instead the ground ball will be fielded by Humphrey, takes a stick to the head, and that will send Backer off with a penalty. So Darien goes 2 players up now. Overbeck and Backer serving time in the box.
I believe that's Garden City's 4th card of the game.
I think they're 5th, actually.
5th. Aggressive team.
And they're now 1 down for the rest of the game. So what's that mark, 5? Nonetheless, Garden City will be player down for the remainder of this game.
And like we've seen, Darien's very strong, playing man up, moving the ball fast and finding the lane.
Stafford turned away. Garden City 2 players down right now. Chandler out of the box. Pass gets moved along to Clark. It's Ashley Clark, the freshman for Garden City, wearing the number 18 jersey. On to Manelli. Whistle blown. Offsides called. Both teams confused. Somebody thought a timeout was called. Instead, the refs are going to assess this. Timeout taken. I'm not really sure what's happening right now. No timeout is called, so head coach Dave Ettinger talking his Garden City team up. They're currently 2 players down right now, and they will be 1 player down for the remainder of this game. Definitely a weird sequence, to say the least. Darien had all 12 players on the field ready to go. Garden City was huddled up into timeouts. The Garden City Trojans do not have a timeout left, so they couldn't take one. Restart for the Wave after the offsides on the Trojans. Again, it's Overbeck and Dacker in the box, serving time. And Parker, how important is it for Darien, especially playing two players up in the late going?
I mean, they're going to have to keep moving the ball quick. Playing with 5 defense and 7 offense is definitely a good opportunity for Darien.
Von Kennel, the shot stop by Van Blennis. Von Kennel was wide open. They found a hole in the coverage, and Von Kennel just took the shot stop by the big spoon of Van Blennis.
We're going to want to see a double from Darien if they're playing with 5 offense on Garden City and 7 defense on Darien.
So Overbeck has been freed. They are now down to 1 player down. Darien still player up as the junior Maggie Bellissimo along the near side. Garden City, a lot to learn from this game here before they head into their next contest against section opponent North Shore. That game on Wednesday. North Shore, one of Long Island's, another premier program out on Long Island. Katie Bloomer into the game, getting a touch now to Casey Benoit. Benoit, the All-American and All-Stater a season ago at the midfields. Katie Bloomer getting the touch, senior. Committed to Cal Berkeley. Humphrey wrapping it around. Van Blennis sticks the stick out, but Humphrey is going to knock it loose. Good defensive pressure. Chloe Humphrey falling to the ground. Whistle called. Stopping the clock. Actually keeping the clock running, rather. Free position awarded to Chloe Humphrey. .6:45 to play. Chloe Humphrey at the 8-meter. Can she get a 7th goal? And yes, she can. Chloe Humphrey converting on the free position. Yet again, 7 goals in the contest. She had 6 against Manhasset, but this is a new season high with 7 of the team's 17.
Darien goal scored by
Wave regains the 9-goal lead.
Chloe Humphrey.
As now Colette Quinn getting ready in the draw circle. Looking for a Garden City Trojan to take her on. Will be Megan Lynch, the sophomore. A sophomore that's a 3-sport athlete for Garden City: lacrosse, soccer, and basketball for Garden City. Definitely uses all 3 sports and the versatility out there. Some confusion. And they're going to have to pull a player. So Backer has been freed. However, Garden City has reached the maximum amount of cards, so they will play player down for the remainder of this game. Overbeck gets pulled. Because we learned 5 yellow cards is what it takes to be put down, essentially player down for the remainder of the game. Now Garden City will have to go the next 6:15 player down. And your point, Parker, a very aggressive mindset for Garden City, and they showed it since the first whistle.
Darien taking their time in the offensive zone.
Chloe Humphrey now at X. Pass in front, a shot just wide of Van Blennis off the stick of Jillian Votts. Was looking for that one-timer once again. Instead, the restart will come to the Trojans. Quick restart. Anderson. Garden City setting up the offense. Megan Lynch on the touch. Garden City now digging into their depth. Bringing out some other underclassmen. Number 31, Gaffney, freshman midfielder. Elizabeth Gaffney on the restart.
Strong pressure on Darien defense. They're able to change their tactics for this man-up opportunity.
Fennell. And a free position coming for the Trojans. On the far side at the 8-meter. Garden City, the free position look. Shodell gets ready. The shots, and it's a goal. Number 31, Elizabeth Gaffney, the freshman, her first career varsity points. And it gives Garden City their 9th of the ball game.
Garden City, a strong young team. Hopefully showing next year's that they'll still be a good competition for Darien.
Garden City, a team that has not given up double digits entering play today, so 9 goals for them has been good enough to win them every game so far this year. You look at the goals they've given up: 8 against Ward Melville, 6 against Farmingdale, 6 against Radnor, 7 against Long Beach. So the defense just didn't come to play for Garden City today, giving up 17 goals to Darien, and it's tough for the offense to really get going when you're trailing by that much. Violation on Garden City. Ball going to Colette Quinn in the wave. There's Kat Reynolds, the junior committed to Bucknell. Chloe Humphrey slowing it down at X. Good cutting pass, going to the cage, and scoring is number 9, Hope Hapgood. The sophomore has her first career varsity goal.
Amazing cut by Hope Hapgood. Nice control and nice finish.
Number 9, Hope Hapgood with the goal. Going straight to the cage, going low on Van Blennis.
Darien goal scored by number 9.
And she gets a hug from head coach Lisa Lindley. A big goal for Hope Hapgood, the sophomore, with her first career varsity goal. And you could tell she was a top prospect out of middle school, a player that Lisa Lindley was excited to get on her varsity team. And finally this year she gets the call up and puts up a goal here in the 4th game of the season.
Yeah, Darien showing they have strong depth, strong young depth on their team too.
Another draw control for the Wave. 9-goal lead for Darien. That's the most that it's gotten to all afternoon. They've never hit the double-digit running clock. Hapgood checks back in on the offense, as well as Katie Bloomer. Reynolds right back behind the net to Annabelle Adams. Had Bloomer cutting, instead staying with it. Now Stafford cuts. She shoots and she scores. Going to the top left corner, Sadie Stafford initiates the running clock, and Darien's got a 10-goal lead.
Darien with amazing control down behind the net, feeding it up to cuts from the top.
What a game it's been for Chloe Humphrey, and what a game it's been for Sadie Stafford. 19-9. Darien leads Garden City in a one-sided affair The last time that these teams met in 2019 at the Darien High School Stadium Field, the Wave put up 19 compared to Garden City's 4 to win that contest. And assuming Darien holds on to win this game, it would be only the 4th time in the 12 meetings that Darien takes down Garden City. And they would win 3 straight against the Trojans. Draw control for the Wave. Moving it around, Darien looking to getting the almighty 12th or 20th goal. But again, running clock has been initiated. 1:35 left. Garden City playing player now, and they've reached the maximum amount of cards, so they're at a big disadvantage. Shot just wide of Van Blennis. That's Adams right there. So Darien, assuming they hold on to win this game, they will move to 4-0 on the season. Still have yet to play an FCAC conference game as the shot's just low. Sniping that one is Annabelle Adams as she picks up her first varsity goal.
Great shot by Annabelle Adams. Really getting her arms out and shooting the sidearm.
Adams with the goal, the number 24 for Darien. 20-9.
Scored by number 24, Annabelle Adams.
Annabelle Adams, field hockey player in the fall, lacrosse in the spring, and the Darien sophomore has the goal. With 40 seconds left, as I was saying, Darien will move to 4-0 on the season. Still yet to play an FCAC contest, but they will do that tomorrow as they welcome in the Fairfield Ludlow Falcons before they welcome in the Wreckers of Staples High on Thursday and take that trip to Maryland, Sparks, Maryland, for a clash with the St. Paul's School for Girls on Saturday. As for Garden City, they will drop to 3-2 on the season. Still 1-0 in section play. They will host North Shore on Wednesday before traveling to Garrison Forest, Maryland on Friday, and then have a clash with the Massapequa Chiefs next week. The next game's for Garden City. A good clash between these two, the annual tradition. But 2023 will belong to the Darien Blue Wave by the final of 20-9. And Parker, this was a Darien offense that got rolling early in that first quarter and did not look back. Garden City had no answers to them.
Yeah, I mean, Darien came out strong, and they really showed that their stick skills put them at top. They moved the ball fast, and they really kept possession, which put them to beat Garden City.
And a big part of that was Chloe Humphrey putting up 6, maybe 7 goals for Darien. Truly an electric scorer on this Blue Wave team. Propelled the offense. And how important is it for Darien to have those players like Stafford and Humphrey out on the field to really command the offense?
I mean, they go out and they're role models for the team. They show that their stick skills and their overall power on the field controls their offense and defense as well. Really showing their young players and their depth of the team how they should play and will.
A lot of takeaways for both of these teams. Darien, one takeaway, they have the depth, as they showed. Hope Hapgood, Annabelle Adams with some goals. Von Kennel saw a lot of time. Reynolds, a lot of players out there getting some time, and the future is looking bright for Darien girls lacrosse. And as for Garden City, can't be as aggressive out there. You can't get the 5 or 6 cards, go player down for the final 9-10 minutes or so. You can't be getting the 2 players down middle in the game. How was that detrimental for Garden City in this game, the cards they received?
I mean, playing aggressive and getting man-down opportunities, giving Chloe Humphrey and other strong players more space on the field really gets them to the net and helps them see the goals. And Garden City really just got to slow down and play the body and not get these aggressive calls because they're giving Darien more opportunities just to get around them. I mean, definitely getting to the 5 cards and playing man down for the rest of the game, that was not good for their team, and Darien was able to play and score goals over that.
That'll do it for us here at the DAF Media Network. Again, your final, Darien 20, Garden City 9 from the Darien High School Stadium Field. For our entire DAF Media production crew, Thomas Aponte, Leon Chen, Whitney Scallon, Alexandra Viro, Dalton Moss, and our DAF Media advisor, Damian Andrew. Parker Crody joined alongside me. For all of them saying so long from Darien High School, I've been Braden Shank, and this has been a production of the DAF Media Network. Again, Darien, your victors by the final of 20-9 over the Garden City Trojans. Have a great Monday, everybody.